The full-frame Jedi mind trick in photography and filmmaking. In photography and filmmaking, the term full frame operates like a Jedi mind trick, warping perception, shifting narratives, and seemingly rewriting the rules of what is acceptable in lens design. Nowhere is this more apparent than how lenses for Micro Four Thirds have been judged compared to their full-frame counterparts. For example, the 10-25 and 25-50 f1.7 zooms and primes like the Lumix 42.5 f1.2 and Olympus Pro f1.2 series. These lenses were consistently criticized, even by Lumix ambassadors and YouTubers who otherwise champion Panasonic cameras, as being too big and heavy, too expensive, and not producing a shallow enough depth of field compared to full frame. Yet the same level of scrutiny rarely applies when full frame lenses are released with larger size, weight, and price points. Consider Sony and Canon's f2 zooms or Nikon's 28-135 f4 power zoom, lenses that are objectively large, heavy, and expensive. Instead of questioning their viability, these lenses are celebrated as groundbreaking professional tools. A prime example of this bias is how aperture equivalence is discussed. When a Micro Four Thirds lens like the 42.5 f1.2 is reviewed, it's often dismissed as not shallow enough, despite offering professional grade image quality, incredible sharpness, and excellent bokeh. Meanwhile, Sony's, Canon's, and Nikon's f4 zooms are widely accepted as pro lenses without anyone batting an eyelid at the depth of field capabilities. Why is f4 suddenly deep enough when it's on full frame? The irony is that Micro Four Thirds lenses like the 10-25 and 25-50 are faster in light gathering terms than full frame zooms, yet they are still dismissed. The Lumix 10-25 f1.7 effectively behaved like a 20-50 f3.4 in full frame terms if we're talking about depth of field equivalence only, but is still labeled as not fast enough. Meanwhile, Canon's RF 28-70 f2 is significantly heavier and bulkier, yet is praised for its speed. When Micro Four Thirds manufacturers push optical quality, critics complained about size creep. When full-frame lenses push the same limits, suddenly size and weight become a non-issue or even seen as a sign of serious professional gear. The Lumix f1.7 zooms are also scrutinized for being too heavy for Micro Four Thirds, yet Sony's 50mm f1.2 G Master or Canon's RF 85mm 1.2 are both similar in size, heavier, and receive universal acclaim. The Nikon 28-135 f4 power zoom is another example. It's a large pro-grade zoom, but where's the criticism for its weight or size? Why is Nikon's first full-frame power zoom considered an innovation while Panasonic's f1.7 zooms are dismissed as unnecessary? Price is another area where full-frame seems to get a free pass. Micro Four Thirds lenses like the Olympus f1.2 primes are often labeled as too expensive, yet full-frame lenses like Sony's and Canon's f1.2 primes are accepted as a premium professional option. The assumption seems to be that if it's full-frame it's worth the price, but if it's Micro Four Thirds it's a hard sell. Why? Because full-frame has been marketed as the gold standard despite the fact that professional results can be achieved on multiple formats. The full-frame label is more than just a sensor size. It's a marketing weapon that changes how products are perceived, discussed, and reviewed. The same attributes that are praised for full frame are criticized for Micro Four Thirds. This isn't to say full frame lenses aren't excellent or that Micro Four Thirds doesn't have trade-offs. However, the inconsistency in the conversation reveals an industry-wide bias that reinforces the Jedi mind trick of full frame supremacy. It's time for photographers and filmmakers to stop being so easily influenced by the term full frame and start judging gear on actual merits rather than the sensor size it was designed for. Thanks for watching.